That's why I wear a helmet.
With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. 92.1 KFMA. Green Valley is on. Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
Nate? Oh, boy, I'm loud tonight. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight, our guest is Tonic. Jeff Russo, Emerson Hart, and Dan Laver, both here, or all here, I should say, from Tonic, who we haven't seen in, they say, 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been that long?
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
We were on the TV show with you, though, like a year and a half ago.
That makes more sense.
No, that was actually 3 years ago.
Was it?
Okay.
That screws us all up again.
Now we're back to where we started.
I just speak the truth.
I'll be honest with you. I've talked about this before, and I think, Drew, you work this way yourself. We have so many guests on the TV show, and we have so many guests on the radio show that I never have a clear picture in my head of any of them, except for John Popper from Blues Traveler.
Because he's so big, you can't miss it.
He's taking up most of the room in there. There's not room for a lot of other acts in my head. But all I have is a feeling.
Awful.
And there's some, and
Right.
here's how it works. Like if someone brings up the band Black Grape, I go ooh. Oh. I have like a little reaction. Like I can feel my ass pucker a little bit.
Nice.
But I don't know why. And when they bring up like Blur, I get a little more pucker.
Ooh.
I couldn't tell you anyone in the band.
No.
I couldn't tell you how long ago they were on the show, but I get a little pucker.
The experience was,
Going.
Yeah.
But when I heard Tonic was coming in tonight, I went, I didn't go, ooh. It was just...
no pucker.
Just the vibe. Just remember Tonic, couldn't tell you when they were on the show last, couldn't tell you anything other than I got a ooh out of Tonic. So let's not ruin the ooh, is basically what I want to say. Sugar is the name of the newest CD, and they will be also... found on Conan O'Brien on the 16th, which is
Thursday night.
Thursday,
Yeah.
which is cool. And just finished a tour with the Goo Goo Dolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I got a ooh off those guys too, not a pucker.
Yeah, they're
I
great
like those
guys. Man.
last time I saw the Goo Goo Dolls was on that HBO Taxi television series.
Oh yeah, the keyboard player.
Did you see that?
No, but I heard.
Oh my
heard
God.
about it.
Drew was telling me about that last night.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I love that TV show. I think that's real TV. That's my idea of a good television show.
Right.
And he is just after an event with some woman he picked up out of the audience.
Yeah.
That would be the keyboard player from the Goo Goo Dolls right there.
We call him the Grinch.
That is. What did he steal?
No,
He looks like the Grinch.
Oh, okay.
If you've seen him, you know why.
he's awesome.
He stole the virginity. All right, so let's not get mired in
I think it was Wendy who he was with. In fact.
From Blowville. It was right next to Whoville. Just a stone's throw away from Whoville is Blowville.
A little known town of.
Yeah, but if you're going to stop for directions, you stop in Blowville.
Right.
All right, so Tonic. What the hell else do I have to say to Tonic? Conan, CD. We'll hear
Touring.
something off the CD. Well, the tour's done, right?
We'll go back on the road in January.
Yeah, we have to go to Europe first for a while.
Yeah.
And will you go with somebody when you go back on the road, or will you headline your own tour, or how's it going to go?
I think we're going to be going out with somebody else.
Yeah, we're not really quite sure. We don't really talk about it because we don't know if it's going to go through or not, so I don't want to jinx it. But
do you, does it work this way that if certain bands say, hey, you want to go out with us, you couldn't be happier, and if other bands say you want to go out with us,
We go, ooh.
you go, ooh.
We go by ourselves.
Or there are other bands who you have in mind to go out with you, who you try to contact?
It works both ways. I mean, we really won't go out with anybody we don't like. I mean, it's not worth it. I'd much rather go out and play smaller clubs if you're going to be with a jerk. That's not worth it, you know.
And what about Europe? How long's that tour going to go?
Just a couple weeks. It's mostly press. We go over. What we do is we go over first. We do press and acoustic shows here and there, and then we go back and tour. after that.
Of course,
And-
we don't eat for that entire 2 weeks.
Yeah, it really stinks.
And
Literally.
is Tonic bigger in Germany than they are in France, or do you know?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, we are.
I think you nailed that right on the head. I think ever since my Lance Armstrong comments, we won't be going back to France anytime soon. So,
Oh, the writer.
yeah.
Yes. All right. So you tried to catch Drew up
Good job.
with
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. All right. I had a few beers at the party tonight.
So
you're better
You were just saying he was with Brooke Shields. He didn't tell the audience this.
Brooke Shields accosted me at the party.
Really? Did
Nice.
She?
Yes,
That's nice.
she did.
She's single now.
Well, she is, but she was with a date.
Yeah, imagine that.
Right.
I bet she's one of those that can't get a date.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love it. The part I love during my favorite part of the Barbara Walter interview with the supermodel is how they were awkward and shy and a bit of a tomboy, and never got dates. Not in high school, which is much different than what the truth.
Well,
was.
I love the one where they say, "Oh, I can't get a date now," because
Right.
everybody's too
They're afraid, intimidated.
Right?
Yeah, they're
It's such
standoffish.
bull.
You're too beautiful. Yeah, you know what my analogy for that is, and they do. They go, well, I'm 6 foot and I got jugs out to here and I got a tight ass and I'm stunning. So guys don't approach me. They're intimidated. And I say that's true for 5% of the male population, but the other 95% are coming at you with like underpants around their ankles. And if you got the 5% drunk, they'd come too. Here's the analogy I always use with that. If you took a brand new 1999 Porsche 911 and put it in the recycler for $100 and it said brand new right out of the factory, never been driven, never been crashed, mint condition, $100, there would be a small segment of the recycler readers, which is a paper where you put ads in, who would say, nah, too good to be true. But the phone would ring.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me, the phone would ring. And that is my answer to the supermodels who can't get a date.
So we did a movie with Brooke Shields. Not with her, but for her, I guess.
Yes.
And she
she
liked
starred in a movie and we did some interstitial whatever. She said she saw it, said it was great,
And no one else will ever see it. Too
and
bad.
we'll never see it.
Is that what she said?
No, that's what I was thinking. That was my mantra. She was going, we're going to have a screening soon, and I'm thinking, we'll never see it. we're gonna try to bring it to Sundance. We'll never see it. What agency are you with? Oh, William Morris. They have it. They can get you copies. I'll never see it. They'll never give me one. You know what I mean when you start that
Yes.
before?
Yes.
And it's true, right?
Yeah.
We'll never see it. All right, let's get to the phones. Greg,
Yeah.
you're 19.
17.
You're 17.
Yeah.
You're never going to see this movie either, by the way. All right, so what's up?
All right, Friday, I've been going out with this girl for like about 2 weeks, and then I ended up, having sex with her, but I didn't use a condom. And I didn't use it for the fact she said that she was on the pill. And then yesterday, not yesterday, but today, but when she came over, like, she wanted to screw again.
Right.
And like for some reason, when I got my heart on, like it was burning. Like, it hurt really, really bad when I got it.
The skin did, or the what hurt?
Skin did, and then like it looked like there was like dough on it or something. Like I didn't know what it was.
Oh, dude.
Like dough on it?
Like he's been having fun with donuts.
Sounds like a yeast infection.
Does it smell? Is this call smell a little bogus to you, Drew?
No, because
you're not getting that
herpes
vibe?
can do this kind of thing.
Put dough on the penis?
Well, what do you mean by dough?
Like I don't know. Like it's kind of like doughy. It's just. It was on, and then I got.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, just to satisfy my curiosity. Whack your penis against the side of the nightstand and see if the poppin' fresh guy comes out of your urethra. It just starts laughing, like a big herpetic lesion on his lip. You know. Greg,
lovely.
you don't know about it.
But like when I got my heart on, like the skin was like burning bad, and it was hurting, and I was just.
Did you see any rash?
It wasn't it was red, but I don't know if it was a rash. It was like cherry red, and I was like, it was hurting really, really bad.
Do you think you sort of overly enthusiastic last time you were with her?
No, not.
Could you have actually burned yourself or caused a friction rub to the point that it?
I'm guessing that, but I don't know what's.
All right.
We just had a little talk about profanity on the air. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. Well, what do you mean by dough? What does that mean? Help me
Drew,
understand
who
that.
cares?
Like a rash, or
I don't know what it is. That's why I was like.
is it a rash?
It's not necessarily a rash, but it's like on the head, on my head. Like I don't know what it is.
Okay, but Drew, he's got to bring his penis in to be seen.
Yes, he does. I suspect this is herpes. Let's put this out. Guys, herpes can look like a lot of different things in a lot of different people. It doesn't always look like little nice blisters. It can look like streaks, and it can look like just patches that are inflamed.
On me, it looks like Abe Lincoln's head.
Sometimes it will.
It's very unique.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's a very honest herpes. Very honest.
He's got the copper penny herpes.
Not very loved in the South, but a very good.
And be that as it may, it's something that people often, women sometimes have burning and ignore it, and it goes away because herpes will go away, and they never know they had it. Men too, it will go away and heal, and they don't really realize what they had unless it comes back in the same area. And it doesn't always look like something that herpes is described as, but anything that burns on the penis after sex is herpes until proven otherwise.
All right, Lucas.
Hey, what up?
You're 16. You're on with Tonic.
Oh, my God, what up? My first time on Loveline. It's cool.
All right.
Woohoo!
Guess what?
What?
Oh, man, I'm having a tough time with women. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't we all have a tough time with women?
Yeah, especially you, man.
Exactly. Man, that's cold. Thank you.
Okay, anyway.
With a name like Lucas, you got to go a little easier, bud.
Okay. I'm stopping right now.
All right, what do you want?
Okay, I have a girlfriend, right? Okay, and and I have this other girl, right? And she likes me, and I like her, and I still have this girlfriend, which I really like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like them both the same way.
Right.
And my sister and my friends, they was just like, date them both. And then all of a sudden, it was like a whole bunch of like chick friends. They were like, don't date them both, you know?
Well, your sister. Wow.
Wow, what a gal.
How old's your sister?
Huh?
She's 11.
She's inflated, though.
What does that mean?
Pregnant.
Inflated.
Who's pregnant?
Love that.
My sister.
Who's helium's in her?
My sister,
Oh,
man.
your sister's pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey,
I don't even want to go into details with that.
all right, Lucas.
Pretty wild, huh?
How old is she?
Who? My girlfriend?
Your sister.
Oh, 20.
Okay. Well, listen, Lucas,
What?
why don't you just figure out the one you like more and date her?
Yeah, that's what also like my friends were saying.
Look, here's the deal. You sound like a nice guy. That is the honest thing to
Sorta.
do. Well,
Yeah, girls sound too nice.
But Lucas, you're going to hurt somebody and be unhappy with that. You're going to hurt one of these girls badly. It's going to be bad enough just breaking up with somebody. You're going to have to do that with one of them.
Hey,
but if you string them
16.
both along, it's going to be a mess. And he's going
Really?
to end up feeling awful. That's not what he wants. He's not with these jackholes calling up. Is that part of the things we can say?
You're allowed to say that. Yeah,
Let's start inventing new words. Let's start. You want to?
We have a memo here that says we have to go into the program director's office and talk about profanity. And to me, it sounds like something we could sort out over the phone. It really does. I mean, you get the list of stuff we can say. Go ahead and tell me, and I'll say yes, and then I'll hang the phone up. I mean, do we have to show up in person? Do we?
It's like the principal's office, huh?
It's great. I saw the program director, Kevin Weatherly from K-Rock last night at the big acoustic Christmas, which was huge down at the Anaheim Pond. And I was saying to my friend and partner Jimmy today, I wish I had a time-lapse montage video of all the conversations I've had with Kevin about us going out and getting a beer sometime, because it'd read like December 1976. We'd both have like long hair and a handlebar mustache. We'd be wearing bell bottoms, and he'd be drunk, and he'd go, "Dude, we got to go out and get a beer sometime." And then the next one would be
84.
August 1984. And I'd be wearing like a flock of seagulls hairdo, and he'd be wearing a members only jacket. He'd go, "Dude, we got to go out and get a beer sometime." And last night, the thing that's funny about the conversations that guys have about going out and having a beer, it only happens after they both had like a 12-pack.
We gotta go get a beer.
Yeah, it's ironic that when you have like 11 quarts of beer in you is when you decide it's important that you go out and get a beer sometime with one of the guys. So I always say, whenever you want, I'm at your beck and call, but next year about this time, we're going to have to go out and get a beer conversation. And then what I'm hoping is one day when we're gone, our kids can carry on the let's go out and have a beer conversation. Be like little Kevin Jr. and little Adam Jr. getting drunk at the weenie roast 40 years from now, talking about having a beer in memory of their dads. Sarah?
Hi.
You're 17.
Yeah, I had sex yesterday, and I'm still, bleeding from it.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy bleeding or just a little bit of spotting?
Well, earlier today it was pretty bad, but it's getting, lighter, but I don't know.
Were you about to have your period now?
No.
Was it protected?
Yeah.
What difference does the protection make in terms of bleeding the next day?
It just makes me worry less about infection.
Right, but the infection wouldn't cause the bleeding, would it? No,
not necessarily.
That was a horrible suggestion.
So I just wanted to know which direction I had to go with her on the discussion here.
I understand.
Yeah.
Let's go forward. How about that direction?
Right. So bleeding is not uncommon after sex, and especially after the first time. But
was it the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, you say you lost your virginity?
Yeah.
How was it?
Nothing great.
Right. Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, that guy actually cared.
Yeah. What was it with your boyfriend?
No.
No, who was it?
Well, I kind of knew him. It was bad. I shouldn't have done it. I know I shouldn't.
Right.
How come?
Because I didn't want it to be at some party, which it was.
Or was it at the party?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Thank God they set up that ping pong table in the garage, huh?
Anything going on where in your life where this is something that you would do to sort of escape something, or you would go against what you think is your better judgment?
Well, I've been drinking too. That didn't help.
So drinking have contributed to that.
And how old's the guy?
I'm 19.
Did you did or didn't use protection?
He did.
All right. Well, that's good.
Also, I have another question. Am I going to have to go to gyno now?
Well, the fact that you're sexually active, yeah.
Because I'm not telling my mom.
Yeah, but she
doesn't have to know about it.
Well, what about her going to the gynecologist?
What about it? She can go any doctor she wants. She has confidential health care.
But do I really have to go? Like, if
You should be going anyway. Look, you're almost 18. Young women die of cervical cancer.
I went to the gynecologist when I was 18, so I mean
that maybe you should
to set an example for my sister.
And you could even have have your mom endorse it. Just say, look, I was in health class. They said we should be having this exam every year, and that's important. And I do this. Not only that, are you going to be going away to college next year?
No.
Probably.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why you're going away to junior college?
No, not junior.
You're going to regular college?
Yeah.
All right.
College will have a student health services, and you'll be important. They will expect you to go have regular pap smears. But it's something, if you're going to be sexually active, you need to do.
What if you're a virgin and you're 17? Do you think?
Still 18 is when you should start doing it.
You should get in there.
Yep.
Regardless of what kind of shape the hymen's in?
Correct.
Okay.
Where do they get these names anyway?
Hymen?
Pap, hymen. It's too comical.
Pap is Dr. Pep Nicolau, who invented the stain that they use on the cells.
Well, thank God it's just Pap. Pap Nicolau? What kind of name is that?
I'm going in for my Pap Nicolau test.
And what was the other word?
Hymen.
Well, that came from L'chaim.
It means life.
It means life. It's the celebratory act of breaking the hymen.
It's rough on all the Jewish kids named Hyman, though. I mean, there was a girl in my high school named Debbie Hyman, and naturally it got changed to Busta, which was
that's really
it's crude, but it's I give it a 5 for 16, 17-year-olds. But old Buster Hyman was of course not excited about. I'll tell you that I love the Jews, but and I like the kid the Jews, but they have some of the most unattractive last names ever. They're just it's like somebody grabbed the alphabet and tried to think of the least flattering last name
and throw a Berg on the end.
Right,
or Baum.
Right,
or
there was a Randy Bort. That was just Bort. It just couldn't. You know what I mean? Like the blacks, they got it down. They're named like Clyde Spencer. I mean, that's
everybody's an action hero.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Shaft.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Superfly. I don't know if that's his Christian name, but that's a good strong black name, Superfly. But it wouldn't be like Super Bort or Super Hyman. I mean, it's the Super
Super Baum.
Who's the man who's hot with all the ladies? Sipowitz. You're damn right.
Shut your mouth.
I hear that Superwitz is one bad mother haggler. Shut your mouth. Just talking about Superwitz. Noah?
Yeah?
You're 15.
Yeah, well, I'm really obese, and it's really kind of, depressing because, a lot of my, not really my friends are kind of nice about it, but a lot of people who are just, acquaintances, I know they talk behind my back, and it's just, I don't know, it's just, really kind of hard sometimes to deal with how they tease and stuff.
I'm looking at the screen here, Noah. It says you're 5'10" and 200 pounds?
Yeah.
All right.
That's not that big.
That's not obese, but let me do some radio math. That's important that we calculate that. 200, 510, carry the 5. 4'9", 386 pounds. That's the actual size of Noah. It's important to do radio math. Hey, Noah, seriously, are you 5'10"?
Yeah.
Are you 200 pounds?
Yeah.
All right. You know, Mike Tyson is 5'10" and he's 220.
Yeah, but I'm not really. I'm not like muscular.
But dude, you know what? When you get a little older, if you keep exercising, your body is going to change.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't call that obese. 200 pounds and 5'10". I mean, you can be, you can have a little jiggle to you. But have you tried to lose the weight?
Well, I guess. I haven't gone on any big diets or anything.
Get focused on proper nutrition and get a real exercise program together. You could change a lot, Noah.
Yeah. And don't sit in front of the computer all day, man. If you're one of those guys, don't do that. Get out in the sunshine, run around.
Yeah.
Don't eat donuts, candy bars, all that stuff. Don't drink a lot of soda.
Like we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Just, go heavy on the water and, get a lot of exercise.
All right.
All right. You all right there, Noah?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right.
And listen, it'll be better. You'll have your day.
Okay.
All right. And, hey, Noah?
Yeah.
You don't have one of those bad Jewish last names, do you?
No Jewish last name.
Okay. All right. So you dodged that bullet. That'd be like Noah Shaft or Noah Superfly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just listen. Hey, Noah, you're 15. It's real easy. Just get a little exercise and don't eat too much.
All right.
All right. There you go. I'll tell you, in a way, I'd like my kid fat until they were like 20, just to sort of stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's a girl, she ain't getting passed around at some fraternity party or something when she's 17. I think fat kids spend a little more time studying. They tend to get a little more involved. I mean, think about the alternative. I mean, if you got, I know this sounds like a retarded logic, but let's just go the two extremes. Let's say you have a kid who's fat, or you have a kid who's like super jock, super athletic, male or female. Very, Atlas type build or a supermodel type build. Wouldn't you tend to think the one with the great build, especially if it was a woman, was going to get herself in a little more trouble between 15 and 20? When you
sure.
don't. I mean, I don't want them to be miserable. I don't want them to be picked on. But Drew, you wouldn't mind if your kids were a little bit chunky and ostracized and not able to have sex with their peers, would you?
Sounds about right.
As long as they're not climbing towers.
Right.
I think they're okay. But I mean,
taking out other co-eds.
Most of the people who are in good shape in my school were pretty much jerks.
And you don't develop your mind as much.
But that's always the way it is.
Right. I would be with that. I would like here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fatten my kid up, come about. See, no need to be fat at 11. No need to be fat at 9. So I'm going to keep on a strict exercise and liquid diet up until the kid's 13th birthday. Then I'm going to start the fattening process, like a turkey or a veal. And keep him in the closet. I'm going to feed him a lot of creamy sauces and things like that.
Kind of like a Gustav Willy Wonka thing.
Right, yeah. I'm going to actually, speaking of half that word, Gustav, my grandfather used to tell me in Hungary, to get the goose liver, they would actually force feed the goose to fatten that liver up. So I'm going to fatten the kid up, and I'll try to keep him out of the sunshine, too. I don't want him going out. And then I'm going to keep him fat from like 13 to like 18, keep those SAT scores high. He'll be home every Saturday night at 8, studying his ass off, watching TV, learning the computer, staying out of trouble, no venereal diseases, no trouble at the law. Then when he gets to 18, he's getting ready to go off to college. That's when I go back to the liquid diet and the exercise regimen. No sleep and a sort of a military sort of boot camp-like environment.
What if it sticks and he falls into that big biker thing?
What do you mean?
No beards. He won't allow a beard.
No beards?
I see.
You could be like a big bulky biker guy,
He
go the other way just against the law.
Starts getting extra work in any which way but lose 5 and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if he cuts the sleeves off any of his jackets, I'm going to intervene.
It might be a problem.
All right, Tonic is our guest tonight. We're going to hear something off of Sugar, which is the name of their latest CD. When we come back, also we'll speak to Jennifer, who's 17. Her friends are telling her that she can get pregnant through dry sex. And we'll get to the bottom of that after this.
Loveline. We'll be right back.
is Loveline. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. That's Dr. Drew. I'm Adam Carolla. Tonic is our guest tonight. Nice move with the pen there, Drew. Jeff Russo, Emerson Hart, and Dan Lavery. That's Dan Lavery. That's L-A-V-E-R.
What did he say?
Ding.
Dan said Laver.
Dan Laver. It was more like Dan Laver.
Yeah, they were. I told you.
Fringe and
Laver, whatever.
I had a few beers. That's all right. All right, phone number 1-800-LV-191, and
Hey, I want to add to that the overweight kid that he can log on to my website, drdrew.com. We have a nutritionist there, and he's welcome to get to the forums, post his story. People feedback to him, and our nutritionist will go over things
that's
with him.
awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have lots of cool stuff there.
Yeah, it just seems like you don't need to leave well, maybe we want him to leave the house once in a while. Maybe he should jog down to the nutritionist instead of get on the computer.
No, I think he needs a review by a nutritionist, by a dietitian. So.
Hey, Drew, let me bring up a quick nutritional note here that I think a lot of people don't understand. Drew yelled at me about this at different times during our relationship, but I think people should eat more protein and less carbohydrates. That's the key, right, Drew?
That is generally a good, not to be strictly in protein, but in general, people need a little more protein.
People eat a lot of pasta and stuff, and they think they're doing it right, but it's too much carbs.
I am that guy right here. I lost 25 pounds because I was a carb junkie. I lived on carbs. I gained tons of weight, and I went on I still eat carbs like vegetables, broccoli, and stuff like that. And I lost 25 pounds. I feel the best I've felt since I was like 19.
I think another sort of great axiom is
and you look good.
Eat food.
Yeah, eat food. Eat real stuff.
Don't eat Cheese Whiz and
we did a TV show a couple of weeks ago, and we met Jack LaLanne. This guy's, 90-some. He looks awesome. Yeah. And I said, how do you do it, man? What's the key? He goes, don't eat a lot of pasta, and if man made it, don't eat it.
Wow.
And that's how he's done it. And he drives a champagne, it's a foam green Cadillac, I have to say.
Oh, really?
And in full jumpsuit, He pulled some karate moves on me. I got a little bashful and I had to get out of the room. But it was, he's quite a man.
I remember whenever Jack would have a birthday, he would do something. He'd handcuff himself.
No, he would always
tow some boat across the harbor.
He towed the number of boats at his age across a lake or something.
Right.
I don't think he's going to be doing that anymore.
No.
90 boats.
He's a little rich. He's a little rich.
He's going to tow his bag to the bathroom. Hey, it's heavy. It can weigh something.
Hey, he can do it.
Yeah, he's 90. My birthday's about, getting drunk in Stone, watching a lot of TV, and crying when I call my parents and ask what they've done to me.
Your parents still speak to you?
They do now. Because I'm leasing my dad a car.
Nice.
Son, the battery's dead. What do I do? Jennifer?
Hi.
All right, so you're 17.
Yes.
And your friends, let's see, think you can get pregnant through dry sex?
Yes.
How would that happen?
I do not know. I've never thought that before, but then they all confused me. They said, either it can go through your pants or it can get on your hands and you can spread it like that, or...
Well, yes, I suppose those are theoretic possibilities. But first of all, it has to go through your pants, then through somebody else's, right?
Dry sex, you just mean dry humping?
Yeah, or just underwear, I guess.
So each party is in their underwear?
Yeah.
Very unlikely.
And they're sort of grinding on each other?
Yeah, I suppose.
And one party has an orgasm?
Well, it doesn't matter. The male party must have an orgasm.
Yes, I was getting to that, Drew. Please. Can you see I've laid out a plan here? Why do you have to interrupt?
No, I was with you.
All right, it's a 2-hour show, Drew. You understand? We got to kill some time here and burn these calls. All right, so, Jennifer, it's technically possible, but so are a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not probable. Okay?
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry about it, but here's the worry, I think, is when you're grinding on top of each other and you're both in your underpants, more can happen.
Yeah, it can lead very quickly.
You understand?
Yeah.
And the issue of hands getting contaminated is reasonable.
It is?
To be concerned with. If he gets some stuff on his hands, then puts his hands on her, sure.
Yeah, but he ain't touching her after he gets the stuff on his hands. That's the part we're not accounting for.
I mean, it's over. It's over.
It's more like here's the more likely scenario. He gets some stuff on his hands, then she handles the TV remote after he does, and then spreads it back. That could happen. And one time I got a chick pregnant because she touched a refrigerator handle just moments after I'd finished
and gone for your beer.
But the part about satisfying her after I'm done, that is very unlikely, Drew. David?
Hello?
You're 25.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm what you call a differata tirata.
Mm-hmm.
I was
From
born...
Canada?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird, or for most people at least. I was born with almost 2 penises.
Oh, son of a bitch. I've been looking for the other half of my penis for 35 years now. I finally found it. You bastard.
Sorry about that, Adam.
So really, what's it look like?
Well, it's one penis, but at the head, I have 2 heads instead of 1 head.
So it's like one of those gardener snakes?
With 2 heads, yeah.
You have 1 urethra, though, huh?
Exactly.
So one of them is functional.
One's functional, the other one's not.
What happens when you get an erection? Does the other guy get flamey too, or is it like 2 mushrooms, or is it just like one throbbing shaft and then a lump?
No, the other one. No, yeah, just the.
Glad you jumped in, by the way, David.
yeah. No, it's not like that. One's just pretty much just there.
It's just skin. There's no.
So one is sort of functional. And the other is just sort of there.
Exactly.
You're 25. How come you haven't had that repaired?
Well, I went to a doctor once, and he referred me to a specialist, and I never went. I was really, I'm a little more comfortable with it now than I used to be.
Are you sexually active?
No, not at all.
Never?
No.
How could you get in there?
I'm sorry?
Could you?
Yeah, it would be kind of difficult.
It'd be tough.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Yeah, because it'd be like you'd be getting caught on the lip. You know what I mean? It'd be.
I'd have to use a lot of
be hard, like
grease or something.
Maybe somebody be, No,
like when you
dig that.
Well, I mean,
fisting. Anyone fisting?
Oh my god!
So can you have the thing removed?
That's what I was kind of calling about. Is I used to have a big problem with people even seeing it, and
oh wow,
So
I understand why didn't somebody like your parents urge you on a lot sooner?
Well, it was just the kind of thing where I'd get pretty mad at them, and
So they were pushing you to do it, and you wouldn't do it.
Well, yeah. When I was younger, I just I wouldn't even let my mother look at it. And
Adam.
Yeah, but they
forget the fat thing. This is what I want for my boys.
Forked penis.
Yeah.
White man speak with forked penis.
Well, man, you get a lot of free drinks in a bar. I tell you, if you pull that thing out.
Yeah.
That'd be
a good way to make a living.
Awesome. You know what, dude? I've got 2 heads on my penis.
Right.
You do not. I'll bet you a case of beer that I can scare every chick in this bar.
Did the Moyle give you a discount or like a group rate or something?
Or are they both
twofer? Ooh, are you circumcised?
Yeah, actually, I am circumcised. Yeah.
You are. And did they
have to do both? Yeah.
They couldn't do both. The part of the head still attached to the other one.
All right, hold on, David. I want to talk to our guest and Drew about this. As a parent, don't you have some sort of moral obligation when you realize, you're fully aware of your kid's anatomy, aren't you?
Usually those sorts of genital sort of anomalies are taken care of very young. Infancy.
Yeah.
Infancy.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the kid home from the hospital. I really wouldn't without that, the little doggy bag. We gotta bring something. If you're gonna cut it off, you gotta keep it, right? But I wouldn't bring him home. It's not something they're gonna grow out of. You have to know, even if it's an unspoken thing, that when the kid's, 13, 14, hitting puberty, this is gonna be a serious issue.
Well, maybe he is Canadian. We might be strange to their ways.
David?
Yeah.
Are you Canadian?
Actually, I'm Hungarian like you.
Oh, really? I'm not Hungarian. It's my step-grandfather who's Hungarian.
Okay.
But a good guy, Laszlo.
Yeah, no. I guess I don't know much about it. I didn't like to talk about it much, but...
Are your parents religious? Are they uptight or something?
Yeah, they're Scientologists.
Oh my God. And that's why you're stuck with this.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Well,
you
why?
should sue your parents.
Why? But Why does Scientology make you not want
Doctors are all evil and bad and to be avoided, and they're
See, this is an awesome miniseries in the making right here.
Yeah, but I didn't know Scientology was that effed up that way. What about all those actors who've had boob jobs and nose jobs?
That was
who
before.
Oh, that was before.
Well, see, if he could make money on the two-headed penis, then maybe the church would embrace him.
Is there a circus in town, David?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, Jim Rose. Have you heard of Jim Rose?
He'll have you.
Have I heard of Jim Rose?
Can you hang a brick from it?
No, David, listen, are you doing okay otherwise in your life?
Well, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
What are you doing for a living?
I own a video production company.
All right.
Yeah.
And but you don't have, are you gay, straight? What are you?
I don't, well, I assume I'm straight.
Okay.
I haven't had any.
One penis is gay, the other straight.
Are you interested?
The balls are bi. So there's a little trifecta going on down there.
Now it's a Disney special. The money keeps going up.
Are you interested? Yeah, those twins have made a fortune.
Yeah, they have. Performance fleece, two-headed penises.
He's going to play the guitar with it for the Pope.
Yeah.
All right.
David, listen, do you want to have relationships? I imagine.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's one of, my...
Are you okay otherwise? I mean, your parents okay with you otherwise with no other problems in the home? You're sort of raised...
Yeah. I mean, I have a... Well, yeah, I mean...
All right. Well, wait a minute. Let's just talk brass tacks here. He has to get a surgical procedure,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm no surgeon, but I don't mind giving out surgical advice over the radio on a national basis. And I after a few beers, and I can tell you that if one isn't hooked up, I mean the plumbing's not hooked up, and it doesn't seem to be responding sexually, that it might be a little easier to remove it, right?
Yes, it might.
But make sure they get the bad one, David.
That's what I wanted to kind of know is, what are the repercussions of doing that?
It sounds to me, again, not knowing exactly what the vascular situation is there with your duality here, your twin. It should be, as Adam is saying, something fairly easy because it's not hooked up in the same way the rest of the penis is. It sounds like, at least. And it should be something that, even if there's an...
Well, once in a while, something will come out of the right side.
Oh.
It still seems like something surgically relatively easy. It's going to require somebody who does, frequent procedures on the penis, but it does not sound like something that would be technically all that difficult.
Hey, David?
Yes.
One last question. Does it go up and sort of Y out, or does one go straight and the other sort of come off it like the branch on a tree?
What? Yeah, exactly. One straight, and the other one will branch off.
All right, so you got
about 2 inches sticking out there. So
you got this. Wow. You got the straight one, though, right?
I got the straight.
And it works. And have you ever? Can you have an orgasm? Have you ever masturbated?
Yeah. I don't have a problem having an orgasm.
What goes on with the nervous situation in the second one? Is there feeling in that one? I mean, if you stimulated that one, would it cause an orgasm?
It won't. It will help to cause an orgasm,
but not the way the main was. That's good. So it's all the nerves are going to the right place.
It's nice too. You got a place to rest your cigarette. I got to set it down on the nightstand.
Yeah, and when it gets down on the cherry, though, it hurts.
Yeah, you don't want to fall asleep with that thing lit. Yeah,
David, where do you live?
I live in San Fernando Valley.
All right, so
no wonder he hasn't sought any medical attention.
Well, but look, there's tremendous resources in Los Angeles. There should not be any problem getting somebody to be able to do that.
David, I'm telling you can get this done for free too, as long as they could put it in their book.
Can you do it on your show?
Yeah, well, I'll do it myself. I'll get Brooke Shields to assist. All right, David, go talk to somebody, would you?
Let us know how it goes.
Kick your dad in the nuts next time you talk to him, would you?
Like you said, then they have a moral obligation to do that. And
you'd think that they would fix it. What kind of doctors does he have to go see?
Urologist.
Urologist?
Not like a special plastic surgeon?
Well, I'm sure there are urologists specialized in this area.
I think you ought to get part of it taken off and then get a tattoo where the other one was. Like some kind of like something cool. Remember that it was
right. Some sort of.
For me, it'd be like
homage.
Listen, take it off and then tack it on. I mean, let's not throw it away. See if you could weave it into the middle section somewhere.
Filled up, not out.
It's like, wow, look at that speed bump right in the middle of it.
2 inches is like this.
No, you got 1.8 inches there, Drew. This is 2
inches right there.
Yeah.
That's quite a knob, son.
Right. Although I tell the ladies this is 2 inches. All right. We're going to take a little break. Tonic is here, and I promise we're going to hear something off of Sugar, their latest CD, when we come back after this. All right. Want to enjoy that craft work before we...
Kraftwerk is very nice, yeah.
Tonic is our guest tonight. Sugar's the name of the CD, and I think it's high time we heard something off of that. So, from the aforementioned Sugar, this is You Wanted More.
It's also on our new record.
Sugar,
Yes.
which is, Tonic's good. I like Tonic. See, I knew I had that. What I have? What you guys?
You had the No, I had the
I thought the ooh.
Little pucker. Ooh.
Tonic. All right there, Drew, you want to squeeze in a call before we go to break?
That's, well.
No?
All right, let's try this.
John?
1 minute.
Yeah.
You're 17?
Hey, Adam.
You got your septum pierced?
Yeah.
Your nasal septum?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I took it out.
Yeah.
And like about a week or last week, it got hard.
The hole, around the hole, or the hole itself closed, and then there's a knot developed?
Yeah, not developed.
That's healing. That's cartilage you're pierced through, and that has to sort of organize, and there's a whole sort of process that area goes through. It may be scar formation, in which case that knot may not go away, but I suspect it's sort of a reorganization of the cartilage, and it should get better. But it's nothing you can do anything about.
All right.
The deed is done.
Why'd you put it in and take it out?
I had it for like about a year.
All right, but you decided it wasn't you anymore?
Yeah.
Too many other people did it?
No, it's just, I don't know.
Keep it clean, man. Don't, make sure it doesn't get infected. Keep a lot of,
Yeah, I do.
All right.
All right, thanks.
All right, John.
Bye.
I pick my nose when I drive like a madman.
Like there's something wrong with you.
You're a driving picker.
It's scary. That's scary.
I pick like Roy Clark when I'm driving. I mean, I really pick that nose, and then I don't touch it for quite a long time, like when I'm sleeping. And then I wake up and I pick like a madman.
I'll never forget the time I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I picked my nose, and I pulled on something really hard, and then it just started bleeding for like
That did it.
Yeah. Stay off the 8
And
ball.
I stopped picking my nose after that.
All right, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back with Tonic, and then we'll have more revelations about what we pick after this. It is Loveline. Jeff, Emerson, and Dan are all here from Tonic tonight. I'm Adam. That is Drew. Sugar's the name of the CD. You can see Tonic perform if you have a TV set coming up on Thursday. On Conan, also, they have a tour coming up. Well, they're going to Europe, and then they'll start a tour when they get back.
February, March, somewhere around there.
Yeah. All right, and we'll go back to the phones and speak to Amanda.
Hello?
Hi, Amanda.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You're 21. What's your question?
Okay, this is a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I'm on a medicine that's called Sansert.
Sansert, yeah.
And
You have headaches or something?
yeah, I have a problem with migraine headaches.
Right.
And they put me on this to help control them.
Right.
But they told me after a month that after I got on it that it is one molecule different than LSD. And I was wondering if I have the side effects of LSD to worry about.
No.
No. Well, because I've been having hallucinations, and they warned me about that.
Well, they're taking too much. You got to. First of all,
and by the way, don't bum the high of your patient by telling them it's one molecule away from LSD.
Well, one molecule. I mean, that's like saying it's one molecule. Sansert is only a molecule, so it's
vitamin C is one molecule away from LSD too.
Right.
But as long as you don't have the LSD molecule,
I think it's a relative. But be that as it may, I mean, Sansert is not used very much anymore at all. Did you go through the usual Zomig and Maxalt and all that stuff?
No. They did an MRI and...
No, wait a minute. Are you being seen by a neurologist?
Yeah, I'm being seen by a neurologist.
Why didn't you go to Imitrex or Maxalt or that good stuff?
Imitrex.
He didn't put me on any of that. He said that he wanted to try Sansert. I've had a headache for like 2 years, a constant headache since a car accident.
All right, so it's not migraines, really.
Yeah.
All right, so again, you're taking too much Sansert. Sansert is something that's been around for a long time. It's safe medicine, but you have to be careful with the dosing. So if you're having hallucinations, that's a side effect you shouldn't be tolerating.
Was the headache from head trauma or dealing with the insurance adjuster?
And by the way, as much as you hear me talk about hallucinogenics being damaging, understand that is a result of the damaging influences seem to be those drugs that have hallucinations as their primary effect on the brain, not side effect. And with Sansert, it's a side effect.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I ask her what she sees? What are you hallucinating?
Oh, I hear voices.
things,
I see things falling.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Kansas.
Okay, just don't want to drive the same road as you.
That's great. You're on the road now, aren't you, Amanda?
Kind of, yeah.
The innocence sometimes makes people real drowsy, too, so be careful. It's late at night. All right?
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you guys thanks. I've talked to you guys like once before and stuff.
What was happening then?
I was having problems with a guy that I've seen.
You doing any other? Are you doing drugs yourself?
No.
Okay.
I've never done any illegal drugs.
All right.
All right, Amanda.
Take care.
thank
Good
you.
luck.
All right. Bye-bye.
Pull over and take a nap.
Okay.
To me, that is just some of the worst, most negligent advice anyone could give you. You know, they talk about when you're driving on the road, you get tired, pull over, take a nap. That way, instead of falling asleep behind the wheel, you get raped on the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. I'm just going to pull over and take a nap.
In the middle of the road, dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter where you are.
Yeah, no matter where you are. You're driving through Compton, you're feeling a little groggy, pull over in front of like a crack house and just, slide the seat back, roll the window down.
Crack it for fresh air.
Take the pull out the stereo, put it on your lap.
Leave the keys in the ignition.
Keys in the ignition. Put those Bruno Mali shoes up on the dash.
Undo your shirt a little bit so you don't get too hot. Maybe work up a sweat.
Expose that jewelry. If you got it, flaunt it. Hang that Rolex watch out the window and take yourself a good long nap.
Stop for a refreshing 20 to 30 minute nap.
Yeah.
Now what would you say when I say circadian rhythms? I'd say don't push it, park it.
This is the PSAs we have to listen to every night because we get the national feed here. And what is a refreshing 20-minute nap when you're by the side of the road, you got semis ripping your rear view off as they go by? And by the way, if you're really, really tired and you go to sleep on the side of the road, you're going to wake up 2 days later in a impound yard. 20 minutes. And when's the last time you're really knocked out and you fell asleep for 20 minutes on the side of the road and you woke up refreshed? I mean, it's a ridiculous plan. My thing is drive like hell and get home. It is amazing to me. I've never done this. I can't fall asleep when I'm in my bed. So I forget about putting wheels on my bed and driving it down the street. But it's amazing to me the amount of people who fall asleep behind the wheel because it's like it's like you're driving the car.
Adam, you can't fall asleep in a.
Listen, I take a handful of Ludes and wash them down with a 40-ouncer, and I got a down comforter and one of those lovey shades over my eyes, and a little sound maker from the Sharper Image, whales farting, and I can't fall asleep. There's no way I'm falling asleep when I'm driving. I mean, it's a weird thing, and I know people do it, but it's bizarre the way that your brain would let you do that. Like, you're driving down the road, you're going 65, and you're going, I need to catch a few wings. just half hour, 20 minutes, I'll be back.
You don't know it, though. We did it when we first started touring. We were in a van for about a year, and we were doing, city-to-city radio shows in the morning, and we never had a chance to sleep. I was in South Dakota, and we were driving with the van, had a trailer behind us, and we were going about 65, and I swear, I looked out the side window, and I saw Indians running beside the van.
Oliver Stone.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, man, that's really strange. I must just be really tired. And I woke up on the other side of the road. Like, it literally was like in a second I fell asleep. Yeah. I didn't tell anybody until now that this happened.
So you were actually dreaming.
Yeah, I was actually dreaming. I was asleep.
The thing that saves me is I have to masturbate before I go down. So it's like I usually can't get the seat back far enough to really accommodate that, All right. And I can't drive American cars because they got the high beam button on the floor sometimes. And when I lock the legs out, I end up getting the bird from all the cars going the other direction. All right. Gary?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
This weekend, I accidentally had sex with some girl that I find out that she's a slut.
What does that mean? What'd you find out?
Basically, my friend said, "Dude, what happened?" kind of deal. I was like, "What do you mean?" They said, "Well, she's been with a bunch of guys." And I mean, I used a condom and everything, but she's something about they're talking about oral sex. You can get herpes or some type of disease that way.
Well, you can get everything that way, but she has to have something to give you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she does. I mean,
and of course, you can always trust your buddies for a specific and accurate history of some young lady you might have hooked up with.
Hey, did you just have oral sex?
No, I had everything.
But oral sex unprotected, see?
Yeah.
I see. And
What exactly is protected oral sex?
Condom.
That sounds, reasonably safe. What do you say?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's only like 15. She just turned 15.
Dude, what are you doing?
No, she's like, no, I think she just turned 15 or she just turned 16.
All right.
Either way, Terry.
All right.
It sounds like you were kind of into this girl, too, before your friends dumped on you.
Not really. It was more like we all went in the hot tub afterward or before.
Right.
And then it was late, so we all went back to her apartment. And whoever was falling asleep, and next thing you know,
she doesn't have her own place, does she?
Her parents' apartment.
no, her mom was in the other room, unfortunately.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's like they were telling me about it, and I was like, nuh-uh. I was like, great.
All right, but Dad's nowhere to be found, right?
Of course.
There is no dad.
Right.
Well, why don't you give her a chance, too? I mean, if it's someday that you want
He doesn't like her that much.
No, they said, I guess in the past, she's been with like so many guys at so many parties.
Right.
And I just find this out, and I was like, oh my god.
Well, she's a disturbed person.
Well, it's like when Daddy ain't around, then every guy's daddy, and it's sad, but that's reality. But Gary,
Yeah.
you used the condom half the time,
Yeah.
and you just didn't use it for the oral sex, and I'm sure you're fine.
Is there a time limit, or do I have to wait before I get tested or anything?
You want to get an HIV test?
I want to get everything tested, I guess. So.
Well, if there are no symptoms, there's nothing to test in your mouth, right? That's where these things would occur.
Well, wait a minute. He got oral sex.
Yeah, I got oral sex.
I see. So if you don't get any symptoms on your penis, there's nothing really to test for. If you want an HIV, hepatitis, those sorts of screens, get one now and get an HIV again in 6 months.
You can get HIV that way with.
Yeah, it's unlikely, but it can happen.
Yeah, and is it 6 months, or is that just for 1% of the population?
Certainly 4 months would be a good window, but 6 months to get it all.
I mean, whenever they do that 6 month thing, see, what I don't like about society in general, well, it's really their attitude. I wish they would drop the attitude. No, what they'll do is they'll cover themselves, one guy out of a million will take 6 months to become HIV positive, so that becomes the mark for all of us. But what they don't tell you, because they're going to save you from themselves or from yourself, is that most people would show HIV positive. I mean, the majority of society, me and you, would show after
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So,
it's a little bit hyperbolic.
I have no.
I mean, it's not a straight line.
Right.
With 3 months half, it's not very high until 3 months, and it starts to escalate.
All right. So realistically, more like 4 months than 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what, dude? You're still listening. Just be a gentleman and don't talk crap about her.
Yeah.
Just let it go, let it pass. It's something that happened, but don't continue that, because it's just not gonna be good for her life.
Never going to happen. Jay.
Yeah.
You can't stop a 16-year-old guy from talking about getting laid. Jay, I believe me. I had, when I had sex at 17, I actually had the woman's attorney approach me with a gag order, and I had to sign some documents. Kept flipping through it. Sign here, initial this, and I still couldn't help Gavin. Jay?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you're 29. What's going on?
Yeah. First of all, let me say, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great.
Love the show.
Thanks.
I'd like to say hey and what's up to Tonic.
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's
man.
up, dude?
Alrighty. Well, here's the deal. First question for Dr. Drew is this. I, about every 4 to 6 weeks, I'll notice I have these I'm on the phone. Hello?
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
I have my mother every 4 to 6 weeks pick up the phone and I'm on it.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's picked it up for the last 2 hours.
He's been on hold
for somebody. Yeah. So anyway, you get these little, they look like mosquito bites.
Right.
Buttocks.
But they sort of cluster together?
No, they're not clustered. They don't itch, they don't hurt or anything. They
look like zits?
Yeah, but without the head.
Do they ever form heads?
No.
Okay.
This is on your butt?
Yeah.
It's probably just zit-like.
Sounds like road ass.
Yikes.
There are a couple things that can cause something called hyperkeratosis pilaris, which is basically a clogging of the follicles there. And sometimes it's going to be herpes. Again, I don't know exactly what you're describing, but recurrent vesicles and clusters on the buttock, it's a common herpes symptom.
But these are spread out. He gets the zits on the ass.
That's
basically.
probably what it is, yeah.
Chicks dig that, by the way.
Yeah, assy zits.
Oh, yeah. They like the little texture down there.
And color.
Yeah, oh, yes. Hey,
let me say, Adam.
Yeah.
you're right on about the junior college thing.
Yeah, you have...
everybody I know who went that route is like either still there or hanging drywall, you know?
Yeah, you never get out. It's like the Roach Motel. They check in, but they don't check out. It really is. Here's the problem with junior college is it's a college for people who can't get into college. You know what I mean? It's like all you F-ups and stoners that didn't do well in high school, but your parents are pissed off at you because you're not going to college. Well, here's a place you can congregate, score some weed, eat a granola bar.
We talked to a national audience here, and in the East Coast, junior colleges are things that sort of prep for Ivy League and things. They're sort of people that want to another track in.
Golly who?
You know, when I'm in charge, I'm going to, I told you, turn junior colleges into prisons. And they already have fences. I'll just put some barbed wire on the top of them. And as I explained before, I'm not going to bring prisoners in. Whoever's in the junior college I'll consider criminals, and they'll stay. And where are they going anyway? And I'll only I'll only let the most bizarre nationalities attend. There's no excuse for white people going to junior college. I'll let some guy who, just moved from Cameroon or something and had trouble transferring or something go there for a year and a half, or those wild Asian cultures. That's fine. They go there to work. They're not messing around. They're not the guys with the mullet haircuts who are just burning out in the parking lot with their El Camino. I won't. None of that's going to go on. You understand? So I'll turn 90% of them into prisons, and then the other 10% I'll keep for the bizarre nationalities who've come here to study and get a better life. But no white people, except for the ones that want to be incarcerated. All right, Drew?
Yeah.
One of the platforms I will run on. Nina?
Hi.
You're 24.
Yes.
What's up?
I broke up with a guy about a year ago, and I started dating another guy, and I'm still thinking about the first guy, daily. I mean, he's, in my thoughts all the time, and I don't know I don't know if that means that I truly love him. I know that,
all it means is that you're not into the guy you're with. Mm-hmm. That's all it means.
Okay.
Okay. You were how old when you had that first boyfriend?
21.
And why'd you break up?
Well, I was kind of pressured by my friends and my coworkers and my bosses and stuff like that. They all liked this other guy, and I liked him too. I had a crush on him, and they all liked him. He had such a great personality, and he still does. We're best friends right now.
What was wrong with the first guy?
What?
What was wrong? Wait.
What was wrong with the first guy?
Yeah.
They thought he didn't make enough money, and, he was kind of...
Come on.
They thought.
Well, and I didn't really care at the time, but then they were telling me, oh, yeah, we went and did this, and, my boyfriend and I, or my husband and I did this, and the first guy was, kind of really cheap, and he, and I didn't care, because I loved him. But then...
So why'd you leave him?
Don't ask me that, because I left him for a number of reasons. He was, kind of childish, and at the time I was
smoke
really
pot every day.
They smoke a lot of weed, Nina?
No, none.
No.
Never.
I don't understand. Where do you work?
I can't say.
What kind of work?
I'm an accountant.
Okay, and people at work were,
was he an accountant
putting
too?
the screws to you about breaking up with your boyfriend?
Well, I mean, it was they were just suggesting that I would probably be a lot happier with this guy, and they didn't, it wasn't pressure oh my God, you're going to lose your job if you don't do this, but the guy was
kind of bizarre.
The whole story is bizarre.
Hey, Nina, what we think, and I speak for the group, is
well, the royal way.
Yes. You just couldn't have been that much into this guy for you to have some guy in the next cubicle convince you to break up with him.
Either that, or there's much, much more to your story that you're not telling us.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? What did he do?
Well, no, he didn't.
No, her story. Anybody that can't assess herself in a relationship so profoundly impaired at that assessment process that she has to go by other people's sort of impressions.
Right.
That speaks volumes about somebody who's got some big issues.
What would you suspect?
What does your father do for a living?
I don't know. She's going to tell us. She said there's a lot more here.
No. There was a lot more going on in the first relationship where my family didn't know about it, and it was like a bad situation with my family and
Why?
Are they Amish or something?
Yeah, practically. No, they're totally against dating and the whole thing. So I
You're 24.
I know, and I make a lot of money, and I have my degree and all that stuff, but
Hey, our drummer's in the other room. You know, he's been kind of hurting right
There's
now.
something. There are major holes in this story, Nina.
Yeah,
Something missing.
what aren't you telling us?
what are you looking for? I mean, I'm not.
Well, we don't. Let's
What
start.
creates a Nina? What creates somebody who can't make decisions for herself, even though she has a great deal of competency and independence as a professional, who can't make any sort of mature adult decisions about relationships, about whom she should be with?
I guess I don't know what made me break up with him. It was.
No, she don't get it.
All right. Listen, Nina.
What?
Why don't you? You're not into the guy you're into.
Yeah. I don't think so.
So, let me. I'll send a memo out to work telling them to tell you to dump the guy you're currently with.
Right.
Then there'll be a second follow-up memo
To the family.
that discusses therapy.
Yes.
Therapy for you, and then I'll memo. I'll CC your family on the memo so they have a heads up too. All right. And we'll do lunch.
Nina, the one thing we can tell you is you're not into the guy you're with now. That's all we can tell you. But we're very concerned about your separation from family and your sense of yourself in relationships.
I really couldn't care less.
I'm very
you're concerned? Okay, I'm going to forget about it. I already forgot what the question.
Post it in my forum.
All right. Alex?
Alex. Is he sleeping?
He's a narcoleptic.
At this hour would not be narcolepsy. Alex?
Guys usually at least have the decency to snore when they nod on. And by the way, no greater compliment to a radio host than 43% of the people you go to on the phone passed out. Probably driving.
On the side of the road, they're not driving. They're on the side.
Maybe we'll cut him in the middle of the 20-minute refreshing
nap. Alex? Okay, we'll put Alex on hold. We'll Alex life.
We need a break.
On hold. I'm gonna take a quick call. Monica,
Hi.
you're 16.
Yeah.
You're 36 double D.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Now we're getting somewhere. How big's the rest of you?
Nice rack.
I'm about 5'11" and a half.
That seems perfect.
Hold on though. She kept the weight out, which is always a little bit suspicious.
You're getting out the calculator.
5'11" and a half. 36
Radio math is happening right now.
I'm going 186. Let me get back. Monica? What's the weight?
About 180.
Oh, what?
Wow.
That is
was close.
That's 180 after you stepped out of the sauna, though. I mean, 186 at least, right?
About 180. And last time I went to the doctor, they said about that.
All right. And you're 5'11".
Yeah.
Okay, so
The question is, I have back problems.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of back pains, and I was just wondering if there's a way to fix it without surgery.
Yeah, lots of things. You have physical therapy, chiropractic, exercises with the focus on strengthening those muscles. I think that would be a smart way to go. You're a large frame person. You may be able to handle the proportions you have if you build yourself up appropriately.
Well, are you overweight?
No, not really.
But nothing could be more important than, listen, the difference between people that feel well and stay healthy for long periods of time is exercise. So here's an opportunity to really get focused on that.
180, you're not a little overweight?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet the band would beg to differ if they saw you in the green room. All right, Monica. Still, I mean, 5'11", 180. You don't want to get down to a svelte 165?
Oh, no, I'm happy with it. I mean,
That's important right there.
This is interesting. Where are you calling from?
Alameda,
Iowa,
California, yeah.
Okay.
Near San Francisco.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Monica.
Are you lesbian?
No.
Okay. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Great.
Right.
Why don't you discourage people from feeling good about themselves?
No, because I'm miserable. That's why.
All right. People, make note. Make note.
Asshole.
Consider the source.
All right. I was at the DMV renewing my license a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to the guy who, where you fill out the piece of paper with the height and the weight and the address and all that stuff, and I said to him, is it important that it be accurate? I mean, if a woman comes in here at 180 and writes down 135, do you have to confront her on it? Because you would, because that's your description, your physical description, and if a cop pulls you over or whatever. And he said, yeah, I do. And I told him, it'd be the funniest thing in the world. You just, if a woman came in, let's say she was 140, 145 pounds, she wrote down 5'5", 128, you just busted her balls. Just said, listen, I'm putting 220 down there. You got to be at least 2 bells, and I see you're heading,
2 bells.
You're heading that direction. I mean, come on. I just think it'd be the most bizarre conversation in the world, just to put a hidden camera in there and have this guy argue with her. Are you serious? 128. Come on, honey. I got a scale in the back. I swear to God, I'll weigh you. Women would punch you out. Drew, what are you doing? You stop doing the show now? Thank you. All right. You know what I like about you, Drew?
What?
There's a time that we're supposed to go to break on this show.
And I'm breaking.
And you're breaking.
That's right.
Whether we go to break or not, that's when Drew starts the phone calls, the outside business, goes to the bathroom. His penis is on the break system. All right, Tonic is our guest. We'll officially take a break now, and we'll be back after this.
Once again with it.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back before you know it.
Yep. Hey, it's Loveline. Jeff, Emerson, and Dan are all here from Tonic. Sugar's the name of the latest CD. Again, you can see him on Thursday night on Conan O'Brien, and you can see him coming to a town near you pretty soon, especially if you live in Europe. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I see on the screen that Alex, who we went to last break, is now awake. So we'll get back to him. Alex?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I understand. I know I talk about junior college too much. You just tune out.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hey, Alex, just because your eyes are open does not mean you're awake.
But I'm awake. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead then.
I'm 17. I haven't had a girlfriend since. Well, I had one when I was freshman year, but she asked me, and it was just not. I wanted to go through that again. I'm sorry.
All right. And so your problem is you don't have a girlfriend.
No, I haven't had one since.
Right. All right. You're 17 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. You'll find one. Can you talk to women?
Oh yeah. Most of my friends are girls.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
That's not a great sign.
Flag right there. Do you like women?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes.
You're gay. They like him. He's very nice.
He's sweet.
Nice.
He understands them.
Hey, Alex.
He's like one of us.
Women hate nice guys.
They don't hate them. It's just you can be both nice and close deals. If you're aware of what's if you put yourself out there.
No, you can be nice to your penis, but you can't be nice to your date. Women like, and I don't know why, it's sad, but they're strangely attracted, and this is almost all women, to guys that are a-holes, but that are assertive, who look out for themselves, who seem to have a sort of command over the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
alpha males.
Yes, they do not like guys to be sort of wishy-washy. They don't like it when guys say, I don't know, where do you want to eat? Well, anywhere's fine with me. I mean, they want the guy to go, here's what we're doing. We're going to Shakey's. We got to get there at noon because of the bunch of lunch.
Oh, man.
You will bring a large purse because I'm going to bring a large pizza home. So help me God, and we're gonna get down with the mojo potatoes, and that's what turns them on, Drew. Believe me,
they just want to be taken care of.
Where's my bourbon?
They want
exactly.
They want to feel like here's what they want to feel like when you go camping and you're like a kid, you want a scout master. You want a guy who goes, we're gonna march for 5 miles, and we're gonna bivouac, and I'm gonna start a fire, and I'm gonna skin something before the night is through. And I mean that in a very unpedophilic, if that's a word, like way. But, I mean, they want somebody who is going to sort of take control, not be abusive or abrasive, but in charge.
Yeah.
And when you do that, whatever you like, I want to help. You help your whole life, and you never get anywhere. Is that true?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do? But how do you get that?
I don't know, man. I mean, I grew up, my dad was killed when I was really young, so I grew up with my...
What happened to him?
He was murdered.
Wow.
But I grew up with my mother and my 2 older sisters. So my mother, like, I was raised to be, like, the perfect gentleman. But I never had a good relationship. I could never figure it out because all my friends were jerks to women. And I was always just too nice. And eventually just women started just walking all over me in a bad way. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older that it's like a fine line between being assertive and knowing what you want and being mean. So I think in the long run, man, it's better to just be assertive, but don't be mean, because you don't want the girls that you got to be mean
But
to.
being assertive does mean putting yourself out there a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And guys are afraid of that. They're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of being thought less of. Their esteem isn't that good. When guys have nothing to hang their hat on when they're 15.
Well, I put a sombrero on my erect penis when I was 15 and mixed around a party. It was
you
great.
managed to do that, but that most
Speaking
male esteem
metaphorically
comes
I see.
from who they become in their employment status.
And here's what women want. They don't want a guy who opens the door every time, all the time, and lets them go first. They want the guy who doesn't do that they can then convert to the guy who opens the doors.
They want to make you the perfect man.
They like the conversion process. Yes. And what happened to your father, by the way?
He was we actually never found his body. He was murdered when I was younger. He got a divorce from my mother, and he was manic depressive, and this was before a lot of the new medication that was out, and he wasn't a very good father, to say the least. He was very abusive, and he was in with the wrong people, and he just disappeared one day.
Was he a drug addict too?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't a drug addict. But he did like his drink. So I guess, yes, he was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. So.
Wow. And so did you ever really know him?
Yeah. I blocked out most of my youth because he was pretty violent when I was a kid.
Right.
But the older I get, when I got into therapy and stuff like that, because I was having these horrible nightmares and I didn't know where they were coming from, but what they were memories. And they were surfacing in my dreams. And as I got older, after he had disappeared, I realized, these were all sorts of weird memories and stuff like that. But it's kind of hard, I know, for guys who lose dads when they're younger. It's really important to be around guys, to be around that kind of support, and to learn how to be assertive. And I hate the word mama's boy, but don't be a mama's boy.
Yeah, right. Wow. And how old were you when this happened?
He was killed when I was 10. So, but my grandfather stepped in, a very strong Southern gentleman, and schooled me in the ways of manhood.
Wow.
That's how he knew that the Southerners didn't like Abraham Lincoln.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad my dad's alive, but I wouldn't mind if someone took him and just kicked his ass. Just
a strong Southern gentleman, especially.
Some guy,
directly to that remark, sir.
Yosemite Sam or what?
A light beating, I think, would have, just to kind of wake him up a little bit.
No.
All right, where are we going?
We got to play a song.
Oh, we're playing a song. Yeah. Okay, very good there, Drew. This is another song from Tonic, coincidentally enough, off of the CD Sugar. And this one is called Knock Down Walls, from Sugar, which is another good song. I'm sorry, from Tonic, off of Sugar, which is another good Tonic song off the Sugar CD. Now I have that all straightened out. We are going to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, who are we going to speak to, Drew? I'll speak to Francis, who's 24. Just got married. Wife hates the pill. No, that's no good. Come on. That wasn't anyone right, Drew? John? Drew, you all right? John is, we're going to speak to John?
I don't know.
He's 18. We'll start reading the other ones. A girlfriend of 3 weeks slept with another bunch of drunk guys. He wants to confront her. All right, that's good, Drew. That's a good call. All right, we'll be here with Tonic. We'll get to John and his girlfriend after this. All right, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Tonic is our guest tonight. I was just explaining to him what a genius I was during the break and how I bow to no man. unless it's for oral sex, and then that is a totally different situation. All right. All right. Now, everyone's clear on that. Side-eye. Sean?
Hey.
You're 18.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to say you're right on about the Jim Rose thing. That was my first concert. Seen that thing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's very horrific to see guys pick up cinder blocks with their testicles.
Well, seeing that for your first concert at Godsmack, jeez.
How do you, how do you, by the way, let's say you can pick up a cinder block with your testicles. How do you stumble onto that? You know, like, I may be able to do it. I'm not sure.
Right.
Well, I was talking to him. He said he didn't do it at parties or nothing like that. He's like, yeah, just do it around here. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but how did he come upon it?
John, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He just tell you they actually talked to the cinder block guy.
Yeah, I talked to the guy.
Right, but I'm saying, how do you realize you have that talent?
How do you come upon it?
You spill paint in the garage, and your dad makes you go out and move those cinder blocks.
Right, and he's yelling, "Move 3 at a time, you bastard!"
I'm gonna do this. I'll attach one to my pierced testicle.
Maybe this is how the pyramids were built. Finally, we've solved the.
That's why Jews have such huge balls. You're right, Drew. I've always wanted an answer to that question. All right, John, what do you want? Oh, your girlfriend, yeah. What'd she do?
First of all, I met her about 3 weeks ago, and saw her in the club one night, danced with her, didn't remember. Next time I went to the club, oh, hey, you're that guy I danced with. I was like, okay. So I acted kind of decent. Nothing was wrong with her, nothing was wrong with me, you know. Finally wind up going, spend some time with her. The next day, hung out at her hot tub at her apartment.
What is it with the hot tub thing? Hot tub theme going on.
And she's 17, so she's still going to school, and I work full time.
Right.
And went over to her house and helped her with homework and that. And somehow it brought out that these 2 guys showed up to the door, and I'm like, do I even want to know? Because there was another guy when I walked up to the door that day that was already there. And I was like,
okay. Hey, John.
Yeah.
We're not interested.
Okay.
She's dating a bunch of guys. She screwed up. She's 17. She's going out dancing.
Well,
at a bar. You're not into her, are you?
Well, I am, because, I told her when I...
Well, why are you into her? You met her, you danced with her, you didn't remember her.
Well, I did remember her the second time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like love at first sight, then, does it?
No.
Well, I told her, I was like, well, are you going to be with me, or are you going to be with some other guys? And she says, well, I'm going to be with you. And I told her, I was like, well, she's like, well, I'm flirtatious. And I'm like, okay, I understand that.
All right, but
flirtation,
listen,
translation, chaotic.
Yeah, this is chaos, John.
And that's where it's going to, is because I found out last night. I talked to her like 11 o'clock, and then called her today, and she just woke up at like 3 o'clock or something like that, and was hanging out with 4 guys, got drunk, had all this drink or whatever like that. And
doesn't sound good. She's underage, hanging out with guys that are older, drinking like crazy. You have one play on this one, and I don't think it's a good one, but the one play is, I'm done unless you can really commit to this. And if she comes after you and is willing to change her behavior, maybe she can change somewhat, but I don't think so.
What else?
She's not going to change, man.
No.
Get out.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Right.
That is the yet is the operative word there. I mean, you're 17. Who do you know who really made a big change at 17? I mean, I changed my underpants twice at 17. That was all I did at 17. That's all the change. I got changed for $1 once, and that was it. That's all the change I made. You don't do any, I mean, 27 maybe, you know, but she is going to have a good 5 years of solid chaos before she gets this out of her system. I feel sorry for her, but you do not want to go along for that ride. All right. Jenny.
Oh, hi.
You're 18.
Yeah. Well,
Did you say Lance Kerwin?
Yeah, you know.
James at
James
16? Sure.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, see how little you know, Drew?
That's indeed.
Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I've been with my boyfriend for like 2.5 years, and like I love him a lot and everything, and our relationship is really good. He's really nice to me. I mean,
Another nice boyfriend.
Yeah, he does everything for me, but...
So you gotta ruin him.
You gotta strip somebody else because he's too nice.
But the thing is, like, I don't know that I just can't like stay faithful to him. Like, cheat on him twice. I mean, I've not like had sex with these people. I just like messed around with them, you know.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is, and I know that like it's not. You know, I shouldn't be doing that. I need to like let go. You know, but
let go of him.
Yeah, let go of him.
Does he think you're not doing that?
Well, he knows like about one time, but he doesn't know about.
So you're aware that you're not as into this relationship as you should be. You're aware.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, like, I mean, how do I let go? How do I tell him? You know, because I want to be friends with him. You know.
Forget that. That's pain. That's cruel to him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So what do I say?
You're going to have to sacrifice the friendship, and what I say is, you just anything you feel comfortable saying. But the message is, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going away to college or anything?
Huh?
Are you going away to college or anything?
Well, I'm in college right now.
Are you both at the same college?
No. He doesn't go to school.
So that'll be a little easier. Living in the same vicinity?
Oh yeah.
Junior college.
You're junior college?
Oh no.
You're really?
Yeah.
Where do you go? San Diego?
Huh?
San Diego State?
No.
Where?
I'd rather not say.
Come on.
Huh?
Come on. Where are you going?
No, I'm not going to city, but I just don't want to say.
Where are you calling from?
Huh?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Fresno.
All right. Fresno State.
There's only one up there.
Visalia State.
Up there.
Our university. FU? Is that where you're going? All right.
Fresno State.
All right, there. Jenny, dump him. Okay?
It's over.
But he's so nice.
I know. But listen, if you care about him, don't be cruel. Get it over with.
Sorry.
Right.
Swift and complete.
And that's the thing, too, is he forgave her for her first indiscretion, which means she's going to have the second.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is now, she was thinking about not screwing around a second time until he forgave her and was nice about that, and now it's cast in stone.
Yeah,
Nicole?
but the only alternative to him not being nice is him leaving.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Right.
You know, so.
No, I would, as an alternative to leaving, bang one of her friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now you've evened the score.
Yes.
And you duct tape her to the chair and make her watch.
Nicole?
Hi, how are you?
Fair's fair.
You got 1 minute.
Okay. I went out with this guy for about a year and a half, and now we're really good friends. He has a new girlfriend now, and I kind of knew that. And the whole time we went out, it was really innocent. All we ever did was hold hands, which it didn't bother me anyway. But now we had one incident where I was over at his house, and that wasn't unusual, but we ended up kissing.
Yeah.
And he told me that he told his girlfriend that he loved me. And I don't know if he meant he loved me back then or he loves me now.
Oh, boy.
But, I mean, he'll talk to me every now and then.
All right, but you like him.
Yeah, unfortunately I do.
And he has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you guys never did get together when you were holding hands.
We were going out, but I don't...
You were going out, but you were holding hands.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why didn't he make a move?
I don't know. I think he was really mature for his age.
How old was he?
He was like the same age, 14.
14. Okay.
And I
Okay.
mean, things have happened and...
Here you go. Nicole, here's what you do. You let your feelings be known to him. Have a heart-to-heart talk about whether or not this is a relationship that could be pursued now.
Mm-hmm.
If he is not willing to leave his present girlfriend, then move on.
Right. All right, that's good. And speaking of moving on, we're going to do that ourselves. That's it, everybody. Tonic, go out and get Sugar, that CD. We really, we urge you to get it. Not only is it good, but I want Tonic to make millions of dollars. That is my plan.
Thank you. That.
All right, guys, thanks for coming in.
Our pleasure, dude.
Let's not take such a long break next time. And
Yes.
when you go on tour somewhere around March, April,
Come on
did you
back.
say?
Yep.
Definitely come on back.
Thanks, dude. We will.
So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Hey, mommy.
Well, now.
This has been Loveline. The stuff expressed on Loveline is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.